Greetings, kings and queens, and welcome to Eternal Growth Within. Now, this videos and the videos I'm going to be producing is just all part of my vision that I've just decided to take action upon after doing quite a lot of just planning. And I've just decided to just take action. It's going to be a few forms, but this is one of the forms it's going to take. It's in the form of videos on YouTube to try and, not going to try. The purpose of it is to motivate and inspire people to be the best that they can be, to love themselves, to cherish themselves, and to bring what they want into their reality. This is for all of us. And if at any point you just don't feel that anything that I'm saying resonates with you, then that's absolutely fine. It's perfect if you listen, you take heed and you take action, and it's perfect if you just decide not to, because this is your journey. Everyone has their own individual journey, and you can take a horse to water, but you cannot force a water to the you can take a horse to water, but you cannot force the horse to drink it. Okay? So that's just absolutely fine. I hope, and my purpose is to inspire you to get into action. Okay? Now, a lot of people are probably saying, you know what, you're not going to tell me anything new. You probably won't. But I'll tell you something that you need to know. Okay? Now, what you'll probably think is that, they all talk about the same thing really. You can be positive and you can bring things into your life. You probably tried it. You've probably done it. You are doing it. But the key here is to find out how you can constantly bring positive outcomes into your life, how you can constantly be happy with yourself, how you can constantly be on the right vibration, and vibration is a key word here. Now, I've for a long time been saying to myself, I'm going to make a YouTube video, I'm going to motivate others, I'm going to inspire others, I'm going to get people to get up and, we're just going to have a perfect world and, everything's going to be amazing. And I'd said that for a long time. And I still didn't do anything. Nope, I did nothing. I spoke about it though. I thought about it, I spoke about it. Did I do it? No, not until now. Not until now. And why? Because I'm always talking about motivating and inspiring others. But was I motivated and inspired myself? Obviously not, because I didn't ever take action. So how can I possibly motivate and inspire others if I am not myself motivated and inspired to get up and move, to do the right things, to take action? I couldn't. It's impossible. You have to start from within. You have to start with yourself before you can do anything. Before you can see anything change for you in this world, you have to start with yourself. You have to start with yourself. And a lot of people have heard of, positive thinking and bringing what you want into your life through thinking and visualizing. And yes, that is powerful. I'm never going to turn you away from that. That is powerful. You think positively, as much as you can. You use your mind to visualize what you want as much as you can. That is what you are supposed to do. Yes, and yes, it does work. It does bring things into your life. Yes, but not by itself. Not by itself. Not by itself. It is a catalyst. It is a catalyst. It only works as a stage of kicking yourself into action. Let's see it as getting into a car and you turn on the ignition. The car's not going to drive itself, but the engine is running. That's your thoughts. You've turned on the ignition. Constantly taking control of your thoughts. By consciously taking control of your thoughts, you have turned on the ignition. Well done. You've got the engine running. Okay? So, what do you do now? You can't stop there, can you? Because now you have got to think about the clutch. You got to think about the brake. You got to think about the accelerator. And yes, you have a clutch because you will want to use a manual here. We don't want no automatic. We're going to have to take control. So you're going to have to use a manual here. Yeah? So we've got the engine on. Positive thoughts. Visualization. Great. Alright, let's put the clutch down. The clutch down, that's when the moment you begin to take action, because now you're getting into gear. You're beginning to move, and that is key. You cannot spend all of your time sitting down, visualizing, positive thinking without taking a step, without taking one bit of action. You have to. And that's just the way it is, because once you can visualize something, the universe will send things to you. You know, energy will send it to you. But you have to be the person to pick it up. You have to be the person to do something with what you're presented with. And that's where the action comes in. That is key. A lot of people do not get up and act. They think about it. They get positive. They try their best, and then they think, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. And then they slip back into their old ways. One, they weren't consistent enough. And two, they didn't take a step of action. They just turned on the engine and expected the car to move itself. It's not going to do that. The car's not going to move itself. Switch on the engine, yes. But now you have work to do. Okay? So do your work. Now, a lot of people may have made it to the stage of using their thoughts to visualize to create something and then working towards it, but have still failed somehow and given up, and then ended up having to go all the way back to the beginning. Yes, me. I've done it loads of times. Loads of times. Yes, guilty. Yeah? What do you want me to say? I'm perfect? Well, I'm not. Sorry. I'm just in a position where I feel that I've grown so much and I feel like I'm doing the right things and I'm on the right path, that I feel that I'm now able to share. And I know that I've opened something up, because before I was at a point where I couldn't share. Every video that I thought I attempted to make, I didn't like it. I deleted it. Now, I'm at a point where my energy is high. Okay? So, let's get into just a couple of things. Okay, because this is my first video, I just want to get into 1, 2, maybe 3 things. Yeah, I might leave the third thing for the next video. Let's just see what, life has in store for this video. The first thing I want you to know is that all of your thoughts, all of your visualization is not going to help you. Even if you put the work in, it's not going to help you if you are not on the right vibration. Yeah? That is key. That's key. That is key. It's key. It's key. Let me tell you, the vibration is key, because the frequency you're sending out is energy. The more powerful your energy is, the more you're going to bring into life. yeah, the more quickly you can bring it into life, yeah, the more powerfully you can bring it into your life. It all depends on the frequency, the vibration, the aura you have around you. A lot of that has to do with emotion. How are you feeling right now? What frequency are you in? And bad emotions come. When bad emotions come to me now, I accept it. I say, yes, this emotion's here, I accept it. But it doesn't serve me. So for the meantime, I will understand, I will feel this emotion and learn the lesson that I need to learn from this particular emotion at this time. But it is not the emotion I am going to hold on to, because it is not an emotion that serves me positively. Okay? Now that I've said that, let's go beyond thoughts. Let's go beyond the visualization. Let's go beyond the emotion. Let's go beyond the work. You can never really go beyond the work because that's always key. But you have to love yourself. This is it. This is the main point. You have to love yourself. Some of you might even think you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you don't. A lot of you don't. A lot of you don't, and I'll tell you why. What do you do? Each and every day, automatically most of the time, yeah? What do? You breathe. And the thing is, a lot of us right now, we are not breathing properly. Breath, oxygen, listen to what I'm saying. It's a life force. If you're sleeping, you're breathing. If you're awake, you're breathing. If you're walking, you're breathing. If you're talking, you're breathing. If you're bathing, you're breathing. If you're swimming, you're breathing. Yeah? You are breathing. And you're probably breathing very shallow. Okay? Just take a second. Now, let me tell you why this is key. You cannot live without your breath. It is you. It's your energy. It's your life force. So, pinch your nose. Stay like that. Okay? Stay like that. You can't. Some of you will be able to hold your breath longer than the others, but you cannot stay like that. Eventually, your body's gonna... It needs it. It needs that life force. So, what you're gonna do, doesn't have to be today. It should be today. It should be now. But it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be next week. It doesn't have to be next year. It could be when you're ready. It's your journey. But it should be today. What you need to do is breathe deep. Even if you do it for 5 minutes a day, breathe deep. Before you start, I know everybody's favorite excuse. I haven't got time. Time. You haven't got time to breathe. Okay? If you didn't have time to breathe, you wouldn't be alive. No matter what you are doing, you are breathing. So you cannot tell me, you cannot tell yourself that you cannot take a few minutes, even 30 seconds per day until you become more consistent. You need to take that time to breathe deep consciously. It's easy. Let's do it now for 5-10 seconds. Listen, It's going to be very, very difficult for you to bring your wants, your needs, your desires. It's going to be very difficult for you to be consistent if you are not doing this basic, essential thing that your body shows you that it desperately needs every day. It puts everything below the priority of breathing, because without breath, nothing else can occur. You need to understand this. So take your time, take your few minutes, take your 5 minutes, take your hour, take your time to breathe. It will be very difficult, very, very difficult to manifest the life that you want without giving yourself that life force. I don't need to speak any more on that in this session. Breathe. Your body needs it. The second thing you need to raise your vibration is part of health, but it's a key part. You need to drink water. You're probably not drinking a lot of water, are you? You need to drink water. A lot of us are drinking Coke, Pepsi, Ribena, Tango, Fanta, alcohol. And you know, sometimes you want a little bit of taste, which is fine. Taste. Which is fine. Okay? Because there's different things to be experienced in this world. If you make that choice, fine. You make that choice. But you need to know one thing, is that whatever you're drinking, what your body is actually trying to do is get hydrated. So what it's actually going to be doing is trying to take the water out of whatever you have drunk. And the chemicals just get flushed out somehow. Or they get stored into your body, which is what you don't want. What water's going to do is flush your body. Yeah? You use the toilet, you flush the toilet. Because if you're leaving your piss and your shit in the toilet, yeah, it's going to clog up, it's going to be nasty, it's going to stink. You're not going to have a very fresh toilet, and no one's going to want to use your toilet. It's going to be disgusting. Yeah? So flush your body. Your body needs a flush. You know? You don't like water? You don't like water. You don't like life. That's just basically what you're telling yourself. And this is what I say by loving yourself. What are you telling yourself when you breathe shallow? You're just on autopilot. Breathing shallow. What are you telling your body? I am not going to give you this for a few minutes a day. What are you telling your body? I'm not going to flush you for days, for weeks, for months, for years. Some people don't drink water. Is that what you're going to tell yourself? Commit yourself to drinking a bottle of water, a small bottle, each day. You don't have to start today, you don't have to start tomorrow, you don't have to start next week or next year, but I advise you to start now. Drink a bottle of water each day. And don't drink tap water. I didn't ever tell you to drink tap water. No one should ever tell you to drink tap water. Don't drink tap water. Drink water every day. Flush yourself. Okay? Now, what that is going to do for you, you're going to feel less tired. You're going to feel more energetic. Your brain's going to start functioning better. You're going to be hydrated. Your muscles and your joints are going to be well lubricated. You are going to be a better person for drinking more water. And it's the simple things. It's so simple. You breathe more, you drink more water. These two things will change your life. I could tell you that for a fact. Now, once you start doing this and you start to become more consistent, you will notice the energy. You will feel the energy. You will feel your vibration rising. And then you can start to see your visualizations coming into reality, because what you're showing yourself is that you love yourself. Okay? The third thing I'm going to leave until the next video, but what you need to be aware of is that yes, positive thinking, visualization getting into action. You keep doing that. That's perfect, because you're turning on the engine. You take conscious control of your thoughts. And if you ever think negative thoughts, don't start saying, oh my God, I thought negative. Oh my God, it's going to come into my life. No, because that is how you give it power. You're now giving it energy. Yeah? You're creating that negative energy even more. What I do when I have a negative thought is I say, that's an interesting thought. But that thought is not what I want to bring into my reality. Instead, what I'm going to bring in my reality is this. And I bring the positive thought to the forefront, because our minds sometimes go all over the place. You can't, you can think positively all day, but at the beginning stages, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to be having different sort of thoughts. Your mind is going to be saying, nah, you can't do it. No, don't do it. Oh, look what you've done. Yeah, it will. But you need to consciously take control and say, I can do it. I will do it. Oh, look what I've done. I've made a mistake, but I can learn from it. Take control of yourself. Yeah? So, the first thing I'm just going to say, to remind you about, I should say, is you breathe. Everyone's favorite excuse is that they don't have time. You're always breathing, so you have time. Number 2, drink water. Drink water. As simple as that. Even if you do have your juices and your fizzy drinks, fine, do that. But give your body some water. Give it a flush, even if it's just a small amount. I'm very happy to have made this first video. And it's going to be going up as soon as possible. I'm not going to waste any time. Thank you very much for watching. And, there is more to come, a lot more to come. And I hope within my heart and my soul, within my mind, that you will find the inspiration and the motivation to love yourself and to do the best that you can for yourself. Yourself is the most important person to yourself. Love it. Love the person you are.